Hey guys, welcome back to Zenscape, where we experience the divine through aqua design. Today we are talking to Jun Hao of Oriental Aquarium, and also to give you guys a tour around Oriental Farm. In addition, we have a very special guest. You know who it is? Of course you don't, because you haven't watched it yet. So stick around to find out who it is. So let's dive in. All right, Jun Hao, thanks for having us in your farm.
Thank you for coming.
Of course, first question, just off the top of my head. Since you are the third generation running this family business, right? Could you share a bit about some of the background of Oriental?
Okay, so Oriental Aquarium was founded by my grandfather in 1968. Yeah, so we started he started the business in Changi, and then we actually moved to the current site of operations where we are at now in late 1980s. So we have been here for about, I think, 36, 37 years.
Oh, okay,
so,
wow.
Basically, we the core scope of our business is we produce and export ornamental aquatic plants. So basically, the plants like Anubias, Cryptocoryne, Echinoras, we produce them and then we export to all over the world for hobbies to use in their aquarium. That's the gist of it.
Right. Thanks. Great summary. Is any of your business done like for the local market at this current point?
We do have work with some of the local stakeholders, so distributors or shops, that they actually procure some of the plants from us for the local Singapore market.
Right.
Yep.
And would you be able to share some of the overseas countries or brands that you guys work with?
I can share with you the countries. So basically, Japan, the US, and then in Europe, so like Netherlands or Germany, these are some of the markets that we export to.
And will you be able to give a percentage, like roughly how many percent is overseas export and how many percent of your business is local?
Basically, when we talk about just for the local market, just for the shops, purely the shops, I think we are only about 5% or 5 to 10%.
Okay. So a very large majority overseas.
Is export, yes, correct. We also supply to the local fish exporters that we for their export sales. That because I mean Singapore was top exporting country for ornamental fish. So and then the fish and the plants, they go together. So we actually also supply to some of these fish exporters.
Okay, I see. And I presume this was a place where you kind of grew up. Do you actually, I don't know, can you remember yourself like running along these corridors?
Actually, yes. Yeah, so basically, I think I remember when I was young, my parents, and my grandparents and my aunts, the whole family, they were in the business. So when I was younger, when after school or even they had no time to bring us to school, or I'll be at the farm. So as early as I can remember, I was at the farm. I actually injured myself in the farm a few times.
Wow.
Yeah. So there was one time I actually injured my leg, so my parents had to rush me to the hospital from the farm. I can remember that very clearly. And then also...
Where was that? Do you remember?
No, it was in the office.
Oh, in the office?
In the office, yes. Yeah.
Right.
So, and then also I think I've dropped into the pond here before also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not so far from here, just right in front. We can take a look later. Yeah, so quite a lot of memories in this farm.
If you could identify just one fond memory, a very nice, pleasant one, what would you think about?
I think it's a collective. Okay. There's no one particular memory. I think it's a collective memory of how much time I spent in the farm as a kid, also in my teenage years where my father would ask me come and help in the farm, things like that, in the packing. So it's a collective positive memory. Yeah.
It's quite interesting to grow up in an environment where you are environment of aquatic plant production and packing and all that. Like sounds like quite an interesting background that not many people are able to experience, right?
I think this question will address to the general farming trade. in Singapore in general. So not just ornamental, but also food production. I think I was actually why I actually reached out to you guys. I think is after I watched the CNA feature on the food farming lah. So for like the I think there was Jurong Frog Farm that they had to move out of their current operations due to government taking back their land, the land for other purposes lah. So I think to promote farming as a trade for people around our generation to join, I think it would be interesting for me to share how was it to grow up in a farm, and I think many more other third generation or second generation individuals, they will have similar experience.
That's true. It is definitely something to be cherished and something rare, lah, right?
Especially in our in our Singapore society where we have evolved to a metropolitan city, lah.
True. And most people, the careers that they pursue are usually of a different kind of path.
Correct.
We don't normally think, hey, farming, what you want to do for your life career, farming, right? Interesting. And did your grandfather like have a planted tank that you can remember, or any sort of aquarium?
No, not that I heard of, not that I know of for aquarium. But I think he used to have a big tank at home lah. But not. I don't think it was freshwater. I don't think it was freshwater. So basically, my grandfather he spent his time in the field. That's where he spent most of his time. That's where you want to say a planted tank. So he was very interested in growing Anubias.
Interesting.
Anubias nana.
Okay.
So that's how the whole thing started lah.
I see. And that's where he got the interest about aquatic plants and decided to start a business, or he had already had the business by that time already?
No, my grandfather was actually working on he had another business. So general trading lah for sundry items, and then after I think in the 70s and 80s where the fish trade where Europeans started to boom, that's when he started to ride the wave lah.
Cool.
So I think actually later we can take a walk in the farm, and then I can show you where he used to work and grow the Anubias. But we have actually already flattened the place lah. Because we have to return the land to the government soon.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, so let's go on that tour, shall we?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So Jun Hao, maybe you can share with us a few different methods you guys use to cultivate your plants. Yeah,
so just now at during the intro, we were in the place where we cultivate the Anubias. That's what basically immersed form of production on the growing tables. So where we are now, you can see all these concrete tanks with some immersed Limnophila that you saw just now, Orthonanthera, Putalas, and then we also have the submerged form of production. So basically how we work in these concrete tanks, I think is the staff, they will plow the tanks, and then they will prepare the tank for propagation, immerse first, then eventually when the plants grow to a certain stage, we will flood the tanks, and then to let the plants grow to a mature form with submerged leaves lah. So depending on what the customers want.
And what are some of the pros and cons of between the different methods, like the differences?
Obviously, I think one will be for saying from our point of perspective for production. I think pests is one thing that we have to control, and also I think with the immersed form, with growing on the tables, I think ergonomics for the staffs, it will be easier to handle. I mean, they will be standing instead of in the olden style, traditional style where you see the workers standing on the bench, harvesting the plants. So these all different
bending
kinds.
over.
So for tables, I think ergonomics for the staff is better lah.
In terms of the plant growth, is there any differences between
Okay, obviously, I think for the summer plants, I think they will be the morphology of the leaves, of course, really more suitable for the tank, for the hobbies. But I think for immersed form of production, we have greater control over the nutrient solution and the fertilization, because I think you can see in this environment now it's very exposed. So let's say we fertilize today, and maybe later in the day heavy rain comes. So the fertilization is naturally diluted, things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot of variables
as well.
Too many variables involved in this kind of production. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can I test your plant knowledge?
We can try.
No lah, simple lah. Maybe just ask you what's that plant behind you. What are they growing there behind you?
So this actually is a bit bad of example, but it's a
bad example, okay.
Rotala Walaki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So actually your plant knowledge is quite good.
Provided I'm correct. And then had a lot of Azola in the tank as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe our viewers can let us know whether the answer correct or not. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How many type of plants that you have in the farm? You have any count on that?
How many different varieties?
Yeah.
I think easily 200 over, 100 to 200
Wow.
at this moment.
Wow.
At this
Okay.
moment, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it includes your epiphytes, your stem plants, your floaters, maybe also water lily, mosses,
Right.
things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite plant species? Just
Do I
wondering.
have a favorite plant species?
Or variety? Yeah.
To be honest, no. Because I like to try different things. So when I had my aquarium, I like to try different varieties and then see how they grow lah.
Right.
In a planted tank setup. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like as you go about your day, like do you sometimes feel like, hey, I feel like having this plant in my aquarium, so you just pluck a few and then you just use it. Yeah, okay. Naturally, right? Yeah. I thought it's good to get that clear. Yeah.
Is there any the most challenge plant that you have so far?
Somehow, right? I tried HC, Cuba,
Yeah. Okay.
two or three times, but I never managed to succeed in my tank. But instead, I don't know. I think Irocalon can be quite difficult. But I find that it's very easy to propagate in a planted tank setup. Irocalon Polaris.
Yeah.
Ratnagiri I also tried before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, in a planted tank lah. But yeah.
Okay.
So I think very strange, but Cuba I just somehow never managed to.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. So Jun Hao, tell us what this place is and what you all do here.
This is the packing area. So basically, after the plants are harvested, cleaned and washed, then we will bring them in here to pack them lah. So our staff here will sort the plants out based on whose order and which customer, and every day they will pack the plants in here, label them if required, and then after that pack them into the boxes and then send them to the airport, right, to be exported.
Okay. Is it? Are you able to give a range of like how many plants you actually sell every day?
How many plants?
I don't know. Like
It
how many
depends,
pieces it is?
maybe a few hundred boxes or a few hundred boxes.
I mean, just to give our viewers like a gauge of
Few
the
hundred
scale of the
a day.
business. Lah.
Yeah.
Each box will have like what, 50?
No, each box depending is it just the plant itself? Is it in the ring or is it in a
tub
potted?
or- yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Variety
Right.
lah. Interesting. And what are some of your most like best-selling or like very popular
So
plants or
you
species?
have Algeria densa, Echinoras behiri, Anubis nana, easy plants. These are the top sellers.
I see. Okay. Wow.
I would like to ask how fast you need to deliver the plants to the customer. I mean because aquatic plants normally if it out of the environment, right, it cannot last for long.
Yeah. So basically depending on the variety and what the customers are looking for. So if let's say we talk about Anubias, epiphytes or Java fern, they last longer. So maybe we can pack them a bit earlier. So but typically we try to prepare the order we try to pack the plants 1 or 2 days before it gets to the airport. So then depending on which country and then also the clearance procedure, so it all depends how long it takes. But we try to keep it within a time frame in the box about 2 to 4 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Until the box is open again.
Cool. Okay, Jun Hao, so here we are in your tissue culture lab. Maybe you want to give us a bit of background, what you guys do here.
Yeah, so basically we are producing tissue culture plants in this lab. Tissue culture plants are actually produced in a sterile environment and they are free of pests, algae, snails. I guess most of your viewers will know this lah. So we culture these plants in a daily production schedule, and we actually produce these plants for the growers in other countries who want to use in vitro cuttings for their production greenhouses lah. And we also produce these cups.
Right.
Look, we have a flamingo here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
These
Crystal grinding.
are these plants for the hobbies, also general hobbies. So these hobbies, they are like the advantage of the tissue culture plants. They will buy them. Yeah.
Right. And I noticed that they're all cultivated in some sort of a jelly. Would you be able to share, what is it made of? What is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, this jelly has micro and macronutrients for the plants to grow in the closed vessel. And then there's also different kind of jelly that can actually be used for tissue culture, but we usually only use one kind. And then also we can do it without the jelly as well. So in the liquid culture, I think this is quite common in Europe. You can find them without the agar medium. And I think the one advantage for them in the liquid culture is the leaves will be already acclimatized to the summer's conditions. Yeah, the leaves, the morphology of the plants has changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So actually just curious, which will you, if offhand is your most expensive plant? And also why is it so expensive?
I think basically like the flamingo that I mentioned, that will be one, and then also variegated varieties will usually more expensive, and then epiphytes or epiphyte plants mostly because of they are different from stem plants, and so the composition and how to get them clean in the lab is different, and also the growth period growth period is usually longer.
I see.
Yeah.
So Jun Hao, we're here at your new facility.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to tell us what has changed, or over the years that you have observed, what has advanced, and
I think when we were at the current site, you can see that there's concrete tank and then also the growing tables. You also see it here. But I think now we have the opportunity to move to a new place to invest and improve in our growing techniques, better efficiency of processing the plants, things like that. So I think this new site gives us the opportunity to refocus our priorities, which is to produce quality aquarium plants for the general market. And I think we look to bring in technologies and also processes of mature agriculture nations like Netherlands, and then introduce them into Singapore, because I believe we are trying to be more food security is very important. So I believe we can also share some of these technologies with the food farming companies
for sustainability and all
yes,
that. Right,
correct.
right. So you mentioned a bit about your objectives of for the future.
Yeah.
Anything else in the future that you guys are looking towards, and in terms of how to evolve the business and things like that?
I think we're gonna have a lab, tissue culture lab here also.
Okay.
So I think we will look into introducing more automation processes in the lab, in the greenhouse, and also then bring this technology to other parts of our business. Try to automate, make it more attractive for young Singaporeans like us.
Yeah, right.
To join farming trade. Yep.
Cool. Jackie, you got any questions, or if not, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to see a lot of tissue culture plants produced in Singapore. I think, and then also for the hobbies, the aquascaping hobbies, I think can be benefit from that. So thank you, Jun Hao.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that, looking at the inner workings of the greenhouses, the TC labs, and all that kind of stuff in Oriental Aquarium. Remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and until next time,
Scape Zenly.